to take the floor for the first time and expresses its sincere appreciation to the government and people of Panama for graciously hosting CRIC 23 and to the UNCCD Secretariat and distinguished panelists from this morning for their invaluable efforts and insights. For small developing nations like Belize, land is a finite and fragile resource. Our economies and food systems depend on limited productive land increasingly stressed by extreme climate events, drought, degradation, and sand and dust storms. These pressures have gendered impacts. Women and girls often manage water, food production, caregiving, and community organization, while men and boys engage in outdoor labor and risk-prone livelihoods. Yet these realities remain insufficiently reflected in data systems and decision-making processes. Persistent challenges in land governance continue to affect women, including limited tenure security, underrepresentation in leadership, and restricted access to financial and technical resources. These barriers undermine their ability to contribute fully to sustainable land management, even as they bear a disproportionate burden of climate and environmental stressors. Belize welcomes the continued convening of the Gender Caucus and its emphasis on Indigenous women's leadership and the gender dimensions of DLDD and sand and dust storms, issues of critical relevance to Caribbean SIDS. Transboundary dust events impact health, agriculture, and tourism in gender-differentiated ways. A dedicated space to address these realities, grounded in evidence and traditional knowledge, is indispensable. Belize calls for closing data gaps on gender dimensions in emerging issues such as sand and dust storms, continued promotion of Indigenous women's leadership, and integrating traditional knowledge into sustainable land management. Systematically mainstreaming gender considerations across all UNCCD thematic areas and national action plans, including gender audits and capacity building initiatives, such as the Land Youth Negotiator Program and the Women Delegate Fund. Through the Jeff-funded Soil Care Project and with support from the PISLM, the Caribbean region is empowering local farming communities, building on traditional knowledge, and transitioning from generic global data sets to SIDS-specific tools and methodologies. In closing, Belize reaffirms its commitment to recognizing women as leaders, knowledge holders, and rights holders in land governance, while engaging men and boys as partners in this transformative agenda. We stand ready to collaborate with all stakeholders to advance inclusive and resilient land management. The Gender Caucus, alongside regional SIDS institutions, serve as a vital bridge between global decisions and impactful action on the ground. Thank you, Chair.